Hello there, my name is Ozodes, and in this video, I'm going to quickly go over the 3 fundamental things you need to know about ranching in Palia. First and foremost, the 3 ways in which you can get experience from ranching are petting, feeding, and collecting products from your ranch animals. So the second thing you need to understand about ranching is traits, and I like to go to the animal roster over here to see the traits each of my animals have. And that's because I have a lot of animals, but also tracking animals in the barn itself can be a bit of a pain in the ass. So it's good to see what we have in the roster itself. I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you that there are 2 different types of traits. First trait that you need to be aware of is visual traits. So that's like stripy, iridescent, sun bleached. Dirty also is another one. Frosted tips, that's a pattern. And then you have the color, which is like sun bleached, or in the case of Sunshine, she's also sparkly. I say she because she's a fabulous one. There are other traits that are functional that affect your happiness. So how fast or how much happiness an animal gets from pets. So, for example, well loved is a happiness trait where it gains significantly more happiness from cares like pets, being fed, and all that, and decays slower. So, Psoa is pretty high on my happiness bar right now. You will eventually come across a ranch animal with
Gourmet
where
is
it's difficult to
sad.
keep it
Oh
happy, and you will see what it looks like sad.
no.
I'll show you what it looks
Oh,
like.
poor
I had one, I got rid of
buddy.
it. It
I
made
give
me
you a
really
treat.
feel so guilty. I couldn't keep up with it. It was just a lot. So
Just
I
gives you a
donated
little
it
bit of
because I knew it would have a
happiness.
better
You're
life
gonna feed your
elsewhere.
pets.
Um,
Hopefully that helps.
then there's focus. So functional traits can also affect focus. Focus is like food. So a hunger meter right here. Hungry animals will produce items slower. Unhappy animals will also produce items slower. And your focus bar can change based on, for example, healthy eater has a larger focus bar. So SOA has a slightly larger focus bar of 30 more compared to, say, oh, Zig has 150. He's got a really big focus bar. And there's also things that affect focus and how you obtain it. So, for example, Amy is spoiled. She only gets more focus from epic rarity foods. I think this should be rare, but honestly, it's crazy. She only gains focus from epic or rarer foods, but it's a good thing because if I give her an epic or rarer foods, she also has a boost of productivity. Well, she gains much more focus, so she fills up slower, so I can give her more food, I guess. I don't know how that works, honestly speaking. Um, with this combination, she confuses me quite a bit. But then you also have um, productivity traits like Bud over here. He's got the best buddy. So if there's another animal with exactly the same trait, he stays happier longer. But he's also productive, so it produces an extra item. So another trait I would like to highlight in terms of productivity is quick, because quick helps you produce items slightly faster. I can't tell you exactly how much faster because Blondie is still a baby. She's also sun bleached and also produces significantly faster rate if there are older animals in the barn. So Blondie will be a wonderful producer of mushrooms once she is a young adult, which I'm waiting for, but I am also not going to force her to get older faster because she's an absolutely adorable pet. I did use an accelerated aging donut. It's just a plain glazed donut, I think. I like to call it a donut because it is a cookie with a cutout in the middle. It makes sense to me. Um, Other things you need to be aware of is that they can also affect the value of said animal. Other other traits you need to be aware of is that other functional traits can also affect the value of said animal. So for example, Star here has Superstar. She's also a show off. So Superstar gives more happiness from petting depending on how many cosmetic traits they have. She has quite, I mean, 2. which is good enough for me, honestly. If you have a maximum of 3 visual traits, and she has show off number 3, which massively increases her donation value. She is currently my rarest animal in the barn. Still a baby. Still a baby. I threw quite a few cookies at her actually, and I think that is it. If you have any further questions or have specific kinds of questions to better understand what collection of traits you want for your animal of a specific type, feel free to comment down below. I do have a personal list that I have collected from rolling repeatedly trying to find the right animal for me and donating the ones that I can't donate. And now finally, while we're still in the animal roster page, I need to let you know that all of the cooldowns for every single interaction you can have with an animal, that includes gaining a new trait, that includes aging up, that includes petting, feeding, and I've also noticed that the production also is related to this time is 6 a.m. in game. So your petting 6 a.m. in game. Your breeding is also 6 a.m. in game. It's all 6 a.m. in game. Like farming. So if you are looking to level up your animal ranching as fast as possible, you need to be aware of this time. Much like farming, it takes a while to decide which pet you want to get rid of, which pet you want to keep, which animal you want to breed with another. So just be mindful that it is 6 a.m. in game. You probably want to be in the barns by midnight if you are trying to get rid of an animal and buy a new one, so that you can either buy a new animal or breed an animal, get rid of it, and if you want to get rid of it, and then purchase a new animal to replace it because you have a slot available. I like to keep all of my animals at as much as maximum as possible. I could probably buy another Pecky right now if I wanted to, honestly, and I probably will. Yeah, I can buy a new Pecky and or Trufflet. I think I want a new Pecky because I'm trying to find a sugar leaf colored Pecky. Well, let's see which one I got. Ooh, you're here. No. You have nothing. Not a single trait. Traitless. You are meh to me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to let you go. You are not useful here except for some experience. Sadly. Alright, little buddy. But you are also great for experimenting on. So here's some bok choy kimchi. That was 60, more than 60 focus points. Okay. Maybe I could just keep making bok choy kimchi, but I didn't do this at the correct time because now I have to wait an hour and 30 minutes before I can sell Little Meh. But you see how what I mean by the 6 a.m. reset, right? Anyways, that's all I have for you when it comes to ranching. I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys next time. Feel free to ask me any questions down in the comments below. I will do my best to help you out. Ta-ta! Oh, and here's a little sneak peek of the Ormus in baby form. This is Maria. She is a redwood furred, iridescent baby Ormu. I just got her and I'm level 7 already, actually.